We're not trying to produce weightlifters or gym monkeys here, we're trying to produce rugby players.
So we have a quite intense S&C program here in conditioning. We have a great coach in Di Watts, who's been here for my 3 years, and he's been absolutely excellent in what he does. He's very professional and he's always 100% behind the team, and it is very full on, but it's got to be, with the physicality of the league this year, especially in the BUCS, if you don't have that S&C work, then unfortunately you just won't be able to withstand the physicality of the game.
We always try and bring some form of competition into what we're doing here. You know, people are always aware of who's got the biggest squad, who's got the biggest clean. What we try and emphasise is that one of the biggest competitions you'll have is with yourself. So while we keep profiles on people, we're kind of more interested on that person beating his own scores than necessarily beating somebody else's score. So as long as we've got somebody developing and making steps forward, they might be a long way off the guy who's squatting the heaviest weight or running the fastest time. But if we feel that they're moving along their pathway, then we're completely happy, and we try and make sure they understand that we're happy with them as well.
It's definitely helped me on the field. I feel a lot more physical, a lot more dynamic in my carrying, because it's not just gaining strength and size, it's also improving on your other aspects of your game, so like agility, speed, etc. I just feel like I'm a lot more rounded athlete than I was when I first came in my first year.
Kept in the home side possession with Luke Northmore. Northmore going over the top of the try line, and he has scored for the home team.
The programme is designed to give our players every opportunity to train as full-time professional rugby players whilst continuing with their studies. You know, we want them to enjoy themselves, and there are times when they should go and have a blowout socially, nothing wrong with that. You know, but balance is the key, and making those tough decisions along the way of when they can and when they can't do that, I think, is an important part of what we're trying to encourage here as well.
Coming into BUCS Super Rugby is probably the toughest division I've ever played in. The game is much quicker and a lot more physical than what I'm used to.
I think from us, with regards to the performance department, it's allowed us to look at players and we've had players now coming into our national squad which probably may not have happened before, and also they're getting the right expertise and coaching to go along with it. So from a programme perspective, we feel it's the right move, and it's a good move for young players.
All the boys are really driven. Everyone knows what's expected of them and what we expect of others. And if that expectation isn't reached, then we will know about it. And it just takes a bit of honesty, like personally and to our peers, to say, look, we need to up ourselves, and as a unit and as an individual.
It's sort of a family ethos. We know how hard it was going to be this year with the standard of obviously rugby with the BUCS League, with the new BUCS League. So we try to get this family culture around us, and I think it's paid off. We've got a lot of good relationships from first years to second years to third years.
You turn up and there's a lot of lads who, you know, already built bonds and already know. Everyone's really welcoming. Everyone understands what it's like to be a fresher. As soon as you get into the routine, you're just one of the lads, and you have to step up just like everyone else.
You know, everywhere you go away, there's always people from Cardiff Met, and you can always talk about this place and the history of it, and the great players that have actually come from this institution as well, and hopefully those will still remain in years to come.